Welcome to Around the Blockchain. Today, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and its new lowest price in the last 2 years, and obviously talking about the possible Sam Bankman-Fried CZ fiasco. Is CZ backing out and Binance backing out from the deal? We're going to be getting all that, but let's see, who do we have? It is an all-star lineup today. I can't wait to share it. We have WendyO on the top right, holding it down, queen of all Fibonacci charts and tacos. On the bottom right, we have that Martini Guy. Was it the Martini Guy? Has it always been that Martini Guy? Maybe a Mandela effect. What do you remember? Type in that or the. I swear I remember the. On the bottom left, first time I ever seen a part in his hair. I think he was reenacting a Civil War drama. It is Altcoin Daily. Can't wait to see that movie. It's going to be fantastic. And on
we
the
could
top
all use
left,
a martini.
we could use the yeah. I'm drinking one right now. It's this might be a spiked LaCroix. Then we have Nerdgrl holding it down, and thanks for the tweet. Make sure you follow everyone's YouTube channel. They put out fantastic content, and everybody's kind of doing something a little bit different. There's a lot of information you can glean from everybody, and they all specialize in something pretty awesome. Well, let's talk about the markets. Is it time for a little market watch on a day like today? I think it's probably I think it warrants a market watch. Wendy, probably be going to you for the charts to check out some of these next levels too. Obviously, there's a contagion event. Bitcoin is just cratering down 16% on the 24-hour. Ethereum, similar. BNB was holding up strong comparatively to the rest of the market, but now actually exceeding Bitcoin's loss, now at 17.5%. XRP down 18%. Polygon down 26%. Why did I close my short? I don't know. If we look, has anything gained? Chain, haven't literally never even heard of it. Let us know, in the comments. What does Chain do? Look at the top loss. FTT down 60% as of now, 90% on that 7-day, and Solana down 46%. Wish I would have sold a little bit more of both of those. I have small bags. Now, Wendy, Bitcoin just kind of leading the way with the dumping, lowest low we've seen in years. What is going on? What is the next level we should be concerned about? I see some lines here. What am I looking at?
So I went ahead and just marked basic support and resistance areas primarily from the Bitcoin weekly chart. Why am I doing that? Is because we need to look back and see data. One of the important things to note is if you take a look at the daily, there's not a whole lot of noise. We just see this large consolidation range between approximately 25,000 and 17.6. 17.6 was broken yesterday. I like to look at the Bitcoin weekly chart. If we take a look at the Bitcoin weekly chart, you can see all of the different price data. These levels from 2017 are going to be immensely important. And again, we don't have a whole lot of noise in this area since we had that big move up December 2022. I'm looking to capitalize on some of these low areas here. We just officially broke 16. And the next area of support is going to be at around 14,000. I also have 12.4, and then a big, beautiful range between 11.7 and approximately $9,500, and that's where I have majority of my bids. Full disclosure, I do have bids set down to about $6,000 just in case. I love to get dumped on. Accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can at those low levels. Why? Because I want to hold on to this and swing trade later. I highly recommend if you are going to consider trading this. I know the Martini Guy can attest to it. Do not use a lot of leverage. There's no need to use a lot of leverage. Be safe. Be very, very careful with alts right now. It might not even be a good time to get into alts. That's your business, though.
Wendy, something's down 90%. It must go up, right? I thought that's how it worked. This red candle always must be followed by a green. Eventually, I'll catch that knife. Now, Martini Guy, let's talk about trading. One of the main things I like about your channel is you're not afraid to put yourself out there. Hey, guys, I'm buying at these levels. You screenshotting your longs. I love seeing all that. Do you have any general advice on how to trade? What do you think of Wendy's point about leverage? I mean, are you cranking it up to 20x, 50x, or are you going a little more safer? What's your strategy?
So I've been playing with Solana all day today, just shorting it, longing it, shorting it, longing it, shorting, because it's been going down and then it'll get like a big spike to the upside and then you can short it to the downside. But what I would say about all of these things is do not use more than 2x leverage in this market because you are guaranteed to lose money. I guarantee it, because you'll get carried away. Say you're in a profit, then you start whacking and you start adding a little bit more leverage to the pile. And then before you know it, you've averaged in a little bit too high, and then it just goes. And so what I would say to everybody watching this right now is leverage is very dangerous in a market where you're already experiencing volatility like we're experiencing today. You don't need it. You really don't need leverage in this market. What you can do is short, but again, if you're shorting, don't use crazy amounts of leverage. The only reason you would use leverage to, you would use leverage to short anyway, because that's the nature of shorting. But at the same time, leverage in this market is too risky. Don't touch it. Stay away from it, and try and the richest people, the people that come out richest of these kinds of runs to the downside, are those that preserve their capital the best. So focus on preserving capital, not making money right now.
Yeah, and if a price goes down 90%, you still have some percent of value, 10% of value. Leverage trading is how that can easily just turn into 0%. You walk away with nothing. Be careful out there, folks. We don't want anyone getting liquidated. Make sure you have a stop loss set, just so if it does turn opposite of how you think it's going to go, you can walk away with some percentage of your capital. And obviously never put all of your bag into a trade. Now, Altcoin Daily, kind of want to talk, just try to get people up to speed of what's going on. I think, BitBoy Crypto and that Altcoin Daily channel, it's some of the channels that people first see when they get into crypto. They know their kooky cousin told them to look into it, so they typed in something on the YouTube search bar, and you and your brother's face, it comes up. So people are seeing panic in the streets. A lot of people are saying $3,000 Bitcoin. What are you telling people that, Altcoin Daily, what's the general advice? I mean, are you recommending, is scaling in now, an attractive possibility for gains in the future? Are you saying wait? Are you waiting more on the Bitcoin halving cycle to dictate what you're doing? What's the Altcoin Daily playbook on stacking Satoshis?
What's up, DZ? Great to be here among legends. I mean, it's great to be, with you all in like the darkest times in cryptocurrency. Now, first of all, if any of us knew the future, we'd all be rich. And as far as like what's best to do, it really depends on your personal situation. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can like go at this question, but I mean, I'm personally dollar cost averaging Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think these are good levels to, take out, longer term holds or swing trade positions and altcoins I believe in. The other thing is, you never want to catch a falling knife. Or try to catch a falling knife, as in, I buy Bitcoin at 16 and then it, goes down to 14 and, But this is what I'd say just generally, DZ, that cryptocurrency, here's the thing. There's been two big things are really contributing to Bitcoin and crypto's downfall. One, the Fed. One, just the stock market. Fed, stock market, how crypto is seen as risk assets, people pulling out of crypto. And two, these centralized entities like Celsius, Three Arrow Capital, now FTX, and over-leveraged markets just contributing to the fear, uncertainty, doubt, and downside pressure. So, from a building standpoint, cryptocurrency has never been in a better spot relative to in the beginning when it was just Bitcoin, just people on their computers. But there's a lot of negative externalities in the market right now. So, as Matt Damon would say, fortune favors the bold. In the bear market is when a lot of people can make the most money. You don't make as much money in the bull market because by the time we're sure we're in a bull market, the biggest gains, it's very hard to get those unless you are doing crazy trades. So fortune favors the bold.
I thought you were going to say, how do you like them apples? But you went the other direction. I didn't know what Damon quote it was going to be. Nerdgrl, professionally speaking, you are a communicator to the masses when it comes to crypto. I want to talk to you about the perception of Bitcoin and its feasibility for the future. Do you think that this capitulation event or washout or whatever you want to call it, this dumping essentially, do you think that Bitcoin has lost believers? Are people leaving the space? Do you think this is maybe keeping anyone away from joining the space, or are we all just numb to the pain at this point?
Yeah, so one thing that I always look for with crypto and specifically at Bitcoin is that there are hodlers of last regard. So with Bitcoin, we know for sure that there are so many people who will hodl Bitcoin really all the way to zero. So I'm not actually thinking that there's a lot of people who are deeply involved and entwined with the space who are leaving right now, like people who really understood, Bitcoin and its value proposition, who are on their way out. But I would say definitely that new people right now are afraid to get in. Like the media coverage of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin right now is really scary. And if you didn't know to look in different places or for different metrics, that it would make sense that you wouldn't want to get in right now. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think it probably, a lot of this is like a large manipulation. We saw it in 2016, 2017 too, as the markets were dumping, big institutions were accumulating large amounts, while they were telling the press to tell people to stay away from it. So I think this is just a repeat of what we've seen in previous cycles. I don't think that it's like a real loss of faith.
All right. Well, you say institution dumping, and that just makes me think of Solana. Obviously, Solana is not just Bitcoin that's seeing some major price action. Solana also seeing a lot of action. We could pull it up one more time. Those who are just now joining, the top 2 losers for the top 100 market cap. Number 83, we have FTT, and number 14, which was a top 6 coin, now is down 45%. Martini Guy, you have been trading Solana all day. Now, is this something that, how long do you think this volatility could last? Are you seeing any parallels with, Luna Classic or Terra Luna? Because that was a trader's dream for a short period. So are you seeing something similar? And how long do you expect this volatility to last? Is it kind of over? Do we got a few more days? What do you think?
I genuinely believe that Solana could go to zero. Like, genuinely believe that. I think that given the amount of short interest, given the amount of Solana that FTX holds, given the amount that SBF holds, between the lot of them, they probably hold 10 or 15% of the supply. At the same time, you've got now, I didn't check on it maybe for a couple of hours. Last time I checked, it was like 55 million Solana coins that are unlocking in about 6 or 7 hours time. Now, you've got to ask yourself, why did 55 million coins suddenly need to unstake? What is the intention behind that? Is it to sell? Is it because they just like the Solana in their own wallet? No, it's because at least 10% of that's going straight on the market. Now, if you look at the current market depth for Solana, this is a bit of analysis I did in today's video, was basically there's about 30 million of buy pressure right now across all spot markets on Solana. Even 10% of what is unlocked tomorrow, if that was to be sold on the market, that's about $100 million. So there is no way that Solana is going to be going up anytime soon. And I would say that we've probably got another 3 or 4 days of downward pressure on it. And those people that are in short positions from $18, $20, stuff like that, there is a huge profit potential there in that if I've never seen a short go to literally zero before. I'm quite excited about the prospect of it, but at the same time, it's terrifying. The whole market is just losing its mind. But this is what we saw in 2018, and that was the best time to buy everything. So maybe it's a good time to buy Solana coming up, but not at the moment. Don't touch it.
You're saying everyone's losing their mind. You're blowing my mind right now. Altcoin Daily, that is a scary proposition. That's a bold proclamation. That's quite the declaration. What do you think of that statement? Can Solana go to zero? Can Solana die? Altcoin Daily.
Oh yeah. Can Solana die? Definitely possible. Never been more possible considering where we are now. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have said that a year ago, and I'm not saying it definitely will die, but there's a lot of reason to think that there's going to just be intense sell pressure as FTX liquidates and all of their subsidiaries trying to gain money to hopefully make their customers whole, and then also to pay back their investors. So we'll see. I mean, Solana, out of all the alternative L1s, is one of the most integrated and well connected in the space because of its venture capital connections. Probably, I'm talking about integrated in Coinbase Wallet, on OpenSea, stuff like that. Now, those same VCs who help to make those connections probably want to get their money's worth. So we'll see. But I would definitely be operating on the possibility that that could happen, or something similar to that or like that could happen.
All right, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to be watching that price pretty closely. And speaking of watching the price, Wendy, what are some of the levels for Solana? I mean, I have a feeling you're probably not trading it right now. It's maybe a little volatile, but I know there's still going to be some levels of support. It's been a long time since it's been this price. I can't remember. Oh God, when was $20? $20 might have been close to 2 years ago, at least a year, probably a year and a half ago. So with that, I mean, does support levels from years ago, I mean, does that still hold water? I saw that you had some for Bitcoin, so can that be applicable for Solana?
The support and resistance levels are applicable for anything that is tradable. Just as long as you have a candlestick chart, you can go ahead and use those levels. Me personally, I will, and this is not financial advice, you guys don't follow what I'm doing. I am going to buy Solana once it does hit that below that $4 area. It's a very, very important support. I think it's like $4.83. So I'll probably dump about $1,000 in and see what happens. The reason why, and I'm putting a video out on this about on YouTube about why I'm doing this. I'll give you a little tidbit. They've got a couple really big partnerships and NFTs, primarily because of the NFT community. So I don't mind throwing $1,000 in and seeing what happens. If I'm wrong, I don't mind giving that money to the market. That's something that I can lose. It's disposable income. Don't follow what I'm doing. Don't open leverage with this. I'm going to wait for the market to cool down and see what happened. Again, you guys, we're still operating in a 4-year cycle with Bitcoin. Halvening is approximately 1 year and 170 days or 159 days. So we've got a little bit of ways to go before true capitulation.
Yeah, and this
Just
is just a
1,000
message for, or go ahead.
Just 1,000, Wendy? That's only $1,000. Why not like go 2,000 or something?
Would you like to give me $2,000?
No, but come on.
All right. Well, you bring up a good point, NFTs, and I think that, I don't want to say the VCs tried to kill Solana, but the VCs put a bullet into Solana. But I think if anyone can resurrect that body, it's going to be the creators. It's going to be the builders. There's a lot of strong builders out there. There's a lot of strong NFT projects. There's a lot of strong DeFi projects out there. And, you know, can the Frank DeGods of the Solana world resurrect this corpse? I mean, Easter's a long way away, but, you know, I still, hey, we could take it to the Lazarus pit, maybe. Now, Nerdgrl, I want to bring up one other thing that Martini Guy said, and I, too, have been looking at that unlocked Solana. It is a little bit spooky. I think he said about 6 hours. That tracks about correct here. When that Solana epoch ends, that unstaked Solana, presumably, you know, it's free to move about however it likes, whether they sell it or move it to a wallet. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I kind of agree with Martini Guy. It seems likely that they're going to sell all that Solana. Do you agree with that statement? And if, you know, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I can't see them not selling it. Actually, like after I think maybe the third time that the chain went down, I had some friends who were holding some, and I was like, listen, not financial advice, but I don't think that this chain is ever going to recover. And, you know, I haven't really seen anything to suggest that it will since minor price movements, but I have more of the opinion that, you know, Martini Guy echoed earlier, which is that Solana could die.
Okay. That's it's going to be a little bit scary. Hopefully not. Now, I want to do a rapid fire. I'm going to start with you, Nerdgrl. Interested in your answer here. Where does let's just say, let's you know, speculate that it does not recover like it should. Where do the builders go? What is the next chain you think the Solana community is going to mostly gravitate towards?
Well, I know that Polygon is hiring for anyone who's wanting to leave the Solana community right now. So if you're interested in that, definitely like let me know. I might know some people. And I don't know where everyone will go, but like maybe Pulse Chain would be a place.
Okay, there it goes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't know. Yeah. I had a, you know, maybe I figured that there might be a.
What is that? What is that? What is Pulse Chain?
Oh, we don't need to get into what Pulse Chain is.
That's a whole
don't
top.
Get her
that's
in
a
trouble.
Whole episode. Yeah,
don't
yeah. Let's
get
not
her in
put
trouble.
her on the list. We don't want her on the list.
What is Nerdgrl's like area in crypto? I'm unfamiliar, but I would want to know. Like, what's your thing in crypto?
I'm
journalist.
I'm a journalist, but I'm most well known for supporting Hex early on.
Oh.
Yes. I think that's full. Yeah, I think that's pretty transparent and kudos. But
how do you feel about Altcoin Daily? Because sometimes I feel like the Hex community is just just constantly trolling.
I feel like the Hex community is way too hard on a lot of people, and that you're one of them. So like, I have no,
now Altcoin, you had Richard Hart on, right?
For you.
I mean,
sorry?
Yeah, you've had.
I'm happy that anybody in the Hex community is making money. I would have a beer with Richard. But yeah, I just get trolled all the time. I'll say it. The Hex
Yeah.
community has some of the worst people in crypto.
God,
I
believe
agree
for
with
sure.
can't
that.
believe
I
you
have
just said
something
that.
to say.
I can't believe
I
you.
have something
Uh,
to say.
Go ahead,
I
Wendy,
think
please.
I think that the Hex community, I think for the most part, they're nice. They just get very emotionally attached, and that's fine. That's their business. And I've always been happy to have Richard on my show. I enjoy to hear what he has to say. And he was actually, my show was the first show that he actually twerked on. So you're very welcome, Hex community.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, while we're on it, last thing we'll say, Martini Guy, what are your thoughts on Hex and PulseX?
I met a guy in the Alps that was an investor in Hex, and he made like $30 million investing in Hex.
That's
so
the most
that was
Hex
cool.
sentence I've ever heard in my life. All right, back to my original rapid fire. Wendy, where does the Solana community gravitate towards if this change just can't be resurrected?
Ethereum.
Ethereum. Okay. All right. Altcoin Daily, where do you think this crowd is going to move to? Where's the next party at?
I mean, that's for somebody who's more in tune with like what the devs are thinking on a daily basis. There's plenty of viable chains they can move to. Matic, Ethereum, other L2s for Ethereum. There's Cardano. There's even the Tezoses and stuff. So they have plenty of options. I don't know though.
Martini Guy, what chain do you think they're going to gravitate towards?
I think we'll just see a mass exodus from people using Solana with the constant crashing, and I think they'll go to things like Avalanche, Elrond, kind of just your things that have not done the big growing yet in terms of users, but the prices are kind of like in that just under $1 billion market cap range, whereas Solana's significantly over that. I think we'll see quite a few over the next year or so just popping above and doing a bit of growing, whereas I think that Solana's on its way out rather than its way in.
All right. Well, I'm going to say Cardano since no one else will. I think the Cardano NFT
Hell yeah.
ecosystem closely mirrors that. And with the stablecoin rollout, they'll get all the degens who want to do some DeFi
Dude, thanks
stuff.
for that JPEG junkie. Dude, that was awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for the tweet, Altcoin. People are like, how much? I took umbrage, like, hey, how much did they pay you? I was like, no, he just like did me a solid. He didn't ask for money for the JPEG. I didn't ask for the tweet. We're just two buddies helping each other out. I think that's
And it
kind
isn't
of what
worth any
crypto
money.
is all about.
It's a JPEG, yeah. But
Yeah, it's just a
kidding,
JPEG. It's 200 Cardano. Maybe it'll be worth more in the future. I don't know. Not financial advice. We're building though. All right, let's move on and talk about SBF probe and the whole fiasco with possibly CZ is going to back out. Now, Bloomberg reported that officials at CFTC and the SEC are investigating FTX. There's rumors that this could be possibly one of the two reasons that, CZ and Binance could be backing out. One could be the balance sheet. The other could be the legal issues that could be surrounding the firm. The SEC and Binance, they did not comment on this. They're declining to comment, and nor did the CFTC, and nor did FTX or FTX US. So everyone is, remaining silent. And then again, this is just reported on Twitter. We're covering the news as it breaks. So just bear with us if the story changes slightly in the next 24 hours. Now, Nerdgrl, what happens to the market if Binance does not scoop up the FTX assets and bail out everyone that is owed money? I mean, are we looking at 10K Bitcoin or below? I mean, has the pain already happened? Is it baked in? I mean, any fireworks from this?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know exactly how low Bitcoin's price will go, but definitely the price will continue to dump because the people who will be affected the hardest, if that were to happen, are the retail investors. So it's the same thing that happened when like Celsius and Voyager went under, where it's actually if the exchange can't compensate people, it's the people who lost. So generally speaking, there have been studies done asking whether when people lost money due to being scammed in crypto, if they were then like against crypto like forever moving forward. And the general consensus was that no, 80% of people who lose money in crypto will come back and try again.
Okay, people are saying CZ has tweeted they are backing out. Apparently, this is official. They are
You didn't know that,
longer
dude? I thought you didn't know that.
Hey,
I've
we
been
were
crazy
streaming.
busy. Binance, I was actually in Spaces filming and doing a lot of stuff. This Binance tweeted out 1 hour ago, as a result of corporate due diligence, we have decided that we will not pursue the potential acquisition of FTX. So there's also more reports of, Bloomberg also reported the legal team of FTX quit. Now, Altcoin Daily, I mean, this is obviously not good. We're seeing the drawdown in prices. has the pain already happened? I mean, is there going to be 2 weeks of a bloodbath here? Do we just keep going lower and lower and lower, or has max pain been felt? How do you feel? Are you chafed and raw, or is there still more pain to go?
Chafed and raw, but I've drank the Kool-Aid. I have Stockholm syndrome. I'm here for the long haul. Yeah, again, like,
ouch.
if any of us knew the future, we'd all be rich, right? And I don't, it's hard to say, right? Anything can happen. It really depends. You know, things are so much different today now that Binance has backed out an hour ago compared to yesterday when we thought they were going to acquire FTX. Now, a lot of different thoughts from a cycle, 4-year cycle timing perspective, as BitBoy's been saying for a long time. You know, this is where, you know, the cycle bottom should be. And, you know, I tend to think that we're definitely way closer to the lows now that we have this, you know, capitulation that we're going through right now. I would tend to be, you know, relatively, you know, long-term positive, like that this is like the bottom area in the next few months, but, you know, anything can happen.
Okay, now, Wendy, does this change your views on Binance or Binance.us any? Now it appears that they're going to have a gigantic market share. If they did acquire FTX, people were saying it's going to be around roughly 80%. But now, I mean, you're still eliminating FTX's market share. Those participants are going to trickle to different exchanges. Dollars to donuts, a lot of them are going to go to Binance. So the Binance market share probably is going to increase. I mean, is this bad for crypto? Is it too centralized? What are your thoughts?
There's a lot to dissect here. First and foremost, Binance is operating, it's a business, okay? It's a business. They don't just because somebody's rich doesn't mean they have money to just throw away. It's reported that there's approximately $8 billion hole when it comes to FTX right now. It's also sounded like Sam was asking people to borrow, I believe, up to $6 billion before submitting to CZ. I understand why CZ doesn't want to buy FTX. I wouldn't either as a business perspective. This is a very catastrophic event for crypto. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. We're going to operate if Binance was to actually go ahead and purchase it, we would be operating at an 80% market share as far as Binance goes. So maybe it was a good idea, and maybe Binance said, you know what, it's not worth it. Customers will come to us anyways. But please understand, it is important to distinguish Binance from Binance US and FTX from FTX US. They're completely different entities, and get your coins off of any US exchanges that you're using. Please use cold storage.
All right. I want to share this tweet by this awesome account. I think they have over 1 million on Twitter. You maybe heard of them, Altcoin Daily IO. SBF has filed for bankruptcy, personally owes lenders $650 million. That Martini Guy, do you think that he is out of crypto forever? Are we going to see Sam Bankman pop up next bull run? Is he going to continue building, or is he going to disappear into the sunset, so to speak? You're good now.
I think that, yeah, he's gone. It occasionally just drops out, but he's back now. I think it's because I've got so many tabs with trading tabs open that occasionally
it's like Solana.
Just says, yeah.
It's all your VPNs.
Yeah, my computer Solana. Yeah, but no, do I think that? Yeah, he's gone. That's it. We won't hear from this one again. He's gone.
What about Do Kwon and what about Suju? They both resurfaced last night, or Suju resurfaced last night.
If they pop their heads too far above the parapet, then they're coming off. They're not going to have their heads for very long, especially when you owe somebody $8 million or $8 billion like this. You're playing with fire if you're coming back now. I think that it depends on, of course, how it goes down with all of the creditors and the way that they intend to pay things back. I kind of would expect that what will come out of this is a similar situation to what Bitfinex had when they issued the Leo token as a refund to users, and then they continued with the exchange. I think that that's the solution that they'll come up with here, whereby all users of FTX will get airdropped the token to the value of the thing, and then basically there's no liquidity for the token until the business starts going again, and then all of the profits from the business go into the liquidity of that token, and then a rising tide rises all boats, essentially.
Are you holding back all the buy orders right now? Are you holding back the buy orders to keep your shorts in profit? Stop buying? Stop buying Sol?
No, I think that it's not good. It's the time to buy for me, but that's because I can see more than a week into the future. For most people that are looking for a quick profit, just don't do it right now. Turn your computer off and don't look at crypto. If you're wanting to profit over the next year or two, now's a great time to be buying.
So what do you think SBF's third act is going to be? Just chill on a beach and play League of Legends?
I think I don't think he'll go to prison. I think that's probably a step to. He's not really like fine, is it, compared to the other
I think
crime?
there's a lot of people who beg to differ who lost their life savings, but you know, that's just call me
But
crazy.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but no, I think that he will just go and disappear and go to Costa Rica. That's where I'd imagine he'll end up.
Probably right. Altcoin Daily, what does SBF's third act look like?
It's hard to say because the guy is only 30 years old. So obviously what needs to happen now is, people need to be held accountable, mostly him and the leadership. Customers need to be made whole. Investors need to be made whole, but I care about the customers. And then in a long time, for the second act or for the third act, we might not even be on his second act yet, because I think there's all kind of, I guess this is
I count his arbitrage trading as his first act, and I say this is his second act.
There might be, in the far future, a road to redemption, or there might not. And certainly nobody wants to hear that right now because for obvious reasons, but who knows?
Altcoin Daily, once again, playing Mac from Always Sunny. I play both sides. No matter who wins, I come out on top. Wendy, what is SBF's third act? Is he opening a taco stand?
Maybe, I don't know. I think a lot of people underestimate that people on crypto Twitter have anonymous accounts. He probably has some things that he's doing in regards to DeFi and all kinds of stuff, and you can kind of skate by as being anonymous in crypto for now, which was funny because he was something he really wanted to destroy throughout the entire industry. So he's probably like, yay, my build didn't go through. I can be on the run now. But I'm sure that he's going to be around. I'm sure that you'll be interacting with him on crypto Twitter. Who knows? But I have no idea what his plans are. I just hope he gets legal counsel and figures out what he needs to do. I have no effing idea. And sorry to everybody who lost funds there. It's absolutely terrible. And again, get your stuff off exchanges, especially Americans.
And don't be like me, just because you look at a bag and say it's not that big. It doesn't matter if I sell or not. It does matter because, it's one thing to lose 10, 20%, but when things are down 50%, that small bag feels a little bit bigger out there. A good rule of thumb, we move too slow when we're trying to protect our capital, but we move too fast when we're trying to make capital. And right now is the time to protect your capital. Nerdgrl, final question. I mean, what do you think SBF's final act looks like here, or third act?
I think I agree a lot with what Wendy said, which was that people are underestimating the power of like the anonymous accounts and anonymous developers. So even if SBF doesn't come back in a public facing role, I could definitely see him coming back in like as, a dog or, as a space cat or something else, and like still being involved in the development of the space. Like I work in journalism and then I also work in marketing and PR. And we work with people who were well known in the space who had tattered reputations and now reside behind anonymous or pseudonymous accounts. And so that's definitely a possibility that I think we should consider.
Now, chat is going crazy with that question. They have some answers that I really can't share on camera. I will say this about that. After listening to the Up Only, Do Kwon kind of brought something up that I think relates to SBF. Do Kwon said, he started his career, he was a builder. As things grew, he's essentially an operations manager. Now that he's had free time, he said now he's had time to think of ideas and to build. And I can see something similar. You clear your head out, and then maybe he'll just get back to what he does best, is just quantitative trading algorithms. Maybe who knows? Maybe he'll make the world's best trading bot. It will be interesting to see. He's a smart guy, and I don't think he's going to disappear. That's just my 2 cents. All right, that is all we have time for. We went a little bit long today, but you know what? Today is a little bit one of those hectic days in crypto. The type of things.
Dude, why are the points so much today? I mean, usually it's like 18 points. Everybody's almost 30.
Yeah, I mean,
this is how many tacos you have to eat. That's why.
Yes.
I thought the points were worth something, dude.
I mean, if you had 32, I bet you would say, you know what? I love these points, and they are worth something. You're just salty. The Martini Guy. Some say he's that Martini Guy. Beat you. Again, let me know if it's the or that. I swear there's a Mandela effect. That Martini Guy. Feel free. This might be 2 in a row for you. Go ahead. Leave us with some parting thoughts, even if it's how to trade Sol.
Yeah, I would say as it ends, go subscribe to Altcoin Daily, Crypto Wendy, and Nerdgrl, and don't buy Solana yet. That's what I would end it with. It's looking terrible out there. Hopefully you didn't lose too much money today. I think we all kind of did on the stream, so it's a bit of a sucky one, but have a great day, everybody. What an awful day.
Yeah. By the act of watching this, you have lost money. No, that's just by the act of existing. All our bags are going lower. All right. It's been a great episode. Make sure you hit that like button. Frankie's going to be live in about 7 minutes. If you want to go hang out in the waiting room, feel free. Again, subscribe to all of the channels here. They're putting out fantastic comments. Chat, you guys are going crazy. I wish I could say some of your answers. They were fantastic. Until next time, BitSquad. Easy out. You have a good one. Protect your capital.